Okay, so it's Stork in the bottom right, and it's Best in the bottom left. And we're going to be on Fighting Spirit. We didn't even get a chance to talk about this.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a map where you can actually do just so many different builds on.
Well, you got that ramp, right? So that definitely helps.
Do you ever have that ramp, Artosis?
Oh, man, that
You got
ramp.
a small ramp on the high ground. I mean, there's all sorts of insanity you can have.
Not going to be broken right off the bat, that's for sure.
Again, guys, someone's going to win that prize. Can you believe it? A keyboard, a mouse, a headset.
It's crazy. Who's going to be able to take that? We shall see.
It's going to be the real winner of this KSL. Best is like, hey!
Well, like you said, you know, there's a lot you can end up doing on Fighting Spirit, but it's a rotationally symmetric map. So I ask you, does one of these players have the edge in positioning?
I think if, assuming that you go Dragoon Reaver, which again is kind of the everything is kind of played around the concept of Dragoon Reaver.
Yeah.
I would say it's a little bit better here for Stork to, well, no, I mean, Best can kind of push in. If Best gets the initiation, then he can either try to push the natural or drop in the main.
Yeah, and anytime I'm looking at things that have drops involved, I always want the one where the natural blocks the main off.
For a second, I actually had swapped the players for a second. But yeah,
okay.
no, I mean, Best has more opportunity, but that being said, the minerals are actually hugging the wall of the map. Mm-hmm. If you have the minerals that are kind of more in the middle of a main, that's even scarier.
Like if we were on Fortress or something like that.
Yeah. Now, that being said, there's also the option here. Let's say that Stork wants to do a Dragoon Reaver push against Best. He can put the Dragoons out in the front and try to drop in the natural and kill workers that way. But that's a lot easier than trying to protect your main and your natural.
Mm-hmm. All right, so both players scouting, but Best finds Stork first, so that's kind of nice. Sees him right off the bat. Is he going to actually have a Zealot blocking the ramp and prevent Stork from scouting at all? I think so.
Yeah, if you get that Zealot out, it's tough because you can see Best has scouted Stork. Fortune's on his side. With a Zealot blocking the ramp, this is where Best can really mix it up. Because, of course, there has to be this nod to DTs, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if I don't know, but then, of course, Best can know that Stork knows that he knows, right? And just skip out of DTs and go make a Nexus. I mean, there's so many things you can do.
Whereas for Stork, you can't really sneak anything until you get rid of that probe.
Right.
Probe is going to be alive for a really long time. Zealots don't catch probes.
What? Whoa. Some Jedi mind tricks there with that probe.
Yeah, so
I'm going to give you these minerals. Hold on, just let me on there.
Good on him. I guess the Zealot moved. I think that the probe it obviously took 2 hits there. So I'm not sure, like maybe the probe came up and attacked and it was on hold position, but that's like
3 hits to kill a probe. So,
yeah, I'm saying it took like it took a hit coming up and then it took another hit. So I wonder if he attacked the Zealot and it was on hold position.
So what some players do, because the probe it actually kind of has this like weird ranged attack. It doesn't look like it initially that
That's true.
You take the probe and you put it like a hex away from the Zealot, and you're doing damage, and then they're like, all right, man, and they just move down and try to hit it and then move back up, and Stork.
He must have messed that up.
Yeah. Stork just like
I think you're right.
Through.
That must be what it was. That makes the most sense by far.
So it looks like Best, at least so far. I don't know if we're going to see this build, and maybe pros don't like it as much, but I know a lot of the players I talk to really like this. Is you get one Robo, and you make a modest amount of Dragoons. You get an Observer, and then you get the Reaver before the shuttle, and you walk down your ramp and get a Nexus. And you're just you're kind of like you can hold off mass goons. You can if they go Dragoon Reaver and try to push you, you can make a battery and try to hold on that way, and you get a little bit of a later shuttle. And if they mass goon you, then you still can hold that off because the Reaver will beat the Dragoons. But the idea is that you get your Nexus up before them. I don't know if we're going to have that this time around here. There's also a popular build with like best of 5s PvP at top levels where you skip Observers and go straight into Shuttle, Dragoon Reaver, and just say, okay, I'm just going to skip the concept of DTs because if we both go Dragoon Reaver, then I'm just going to push you faster. And it's actually pretty popular. So Best is going to do, and by the way, the build Best is doing is really good if you want to try to play ladder games and get better.
Yeah.
and just kind of like not die to random stuff, and you don't want to try to play that poker game early on, or you don't get a scout off, you can kind of do this.
Yeah. Well, both sides are actually going for a Reaver at this point. So
yeah.
I mean, doesn't this just favor whoever takes the Nexus first?
Is there a no? There's no second gateway. No, he's going to make a Nexus. So
yeah.
Well, it'll come down to this, right? Stork should be the initiator, and Best. By the way, he doesn't have to, but he has the opportunity to be the initiator, and Best is going to be the defender. So, but I don't know if it really comes down to who makes the Nexus first. The thing is, with Reavers, you just don't know, right?
Yes.
Like, you can have everything on paper, it looks fine, or you have two guys that are dead even, and then a fight goes in one direction, and it's like, well, that's it, you know?
Yeah,
the Scarab's connected perfectly, or like the shuttle blew up with the Reavers inside of it.
Well, that shuttle is out already here for Stork. He's going to push out as soon as he has it.
Here's the thing, is that there's more Dragoons for Stork, or there should be, but the Reaver's out, right? But you can always drop in the main with the Reaver.
That's true. And you also have a shuttle here, so hopefully for Best's sake, he's making a shuttle. I love that Dragoon on the high ground, by the way.
That's pretty sick.
Very
Back,
annoying.
I say. Now, here's the problem. You can pick up your shuttle or Reaver when they fire at you. They can't pick up theirs. So there should be a shuttle coming out here. No, he needs to buy time. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, there it is. He picks up. And that connects, and that means the Reaver's going to be gone. If it connects, yes, it does.
Oh, he actually gets a hit. The splash hits that Reaver of Stork, but Stork is really taking the advantage here.
Now, here's the thing. You can cancel the Nexus and make two more gateways, and then you're both one-basing. But, I mean, advantage to Stork for sure here. Now, Stork is going to try to just end this because he says, okay, the Reaver should be up here.
Oh.
Right? So he's actually chasing this. Oh, my God.
That would have been bad.
Okay. I think he's not going to try that again. That's just...
No.
He might try to...
Well, just the contain is really strong, too.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, this is the funny thing is that if you have Dragoons at the bottom of a ramp, it's so hard to get their Dragoons to go down a ramp.
Yeah.
Especially if there's a Reaver there, that it's like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah. These reverse ramps, too, pretty tough.
Yeah. So what Stork's going to do is he's just going to keep making Dragoons. He has an observer over this, and it's kind of weird, right? You would think that Best would have an observer here, too. He does not. That was killed off. And because he has to make a shuttle and get Reavers out, this means that Stork just gets to watch. Yeah. Kind of like, in StarCraft 2, if you watch a bunch of Immortals die, it's like, well, that was the whole game. He's spent the whole game making those, and he's only got one or two robos. So this is going to be a long time before he can get back to where he wanted to start.
Indeed.
Protoss is having to choose between, do I want a shuttle, do I want another Reaver, do I want an observer? Okay, so the observer's out. Now, this is where Stork might try to send his observer over there and snipe that observer and go back out, because the map is a dark and scary place here if you're Best. Look, see, he's trying to do it now.
Yeah, Stork really wants to stop that from getting out at all. But they're both going up to 4 gates now. But, of course, Stork with that Nexus behind has to be feeling really confident.
Now, it's hard, but, like, you can recover if you're Best, but this is going to be the hardest thing Best has had to do in this series by far. And so he's going to try to do the elevator, where you start to ferry units out of the shuttle, and you're hoping that Stork overstays his welcome. Oh, actually, this is kind of crazy.
Well, he might be able to just push in and kill both these. If he gets a shuttle, that's a gigantic moment, too.
Okay, hold on. Oh! The Reaver goes down, and so does the second Reaver. And now watch, Stork's just going to run. Actually, you know what? He has enough. He could probably fight this. But yeah, you just run here.
Well, he killed the shuttle and the 2 Reavers, so...
Oh, my God! He actually gets the observer, too. That was crazy. And so what you do now is you just run home. And Best knows he has to push. But, I mean, both the Reavers were killed.
Does he have a 3rd Reaver in that shuttle?
I would imagine so, but you could see.
Oh, man.
See, Stork's smart. He didn't try to switch into making Templars. He just keeps making Reavers because he knows this is probably going to come down to the Dragoon Reaver fight, not like a late game thing.
Yeah. Well, they're on even supply right now. Let's see if Best can actually do
hold
anything.
on.
Oh, my gosh.
The Dragoons of Stork didn't go back home. I guess he's keeping those up there to try to flank.
Well, I think he knows that they'll get caught if he goes directly home because Best got out ahead of him. And if he loses those extra goons for, like, nothing, if you have 3-4 more goons, you're going to barely lose anything while killing his.
So this is the original shuttle. trying to push out. And the thing is, I think that if he gets another shuttle for the other Reaver, I think he can actually push him again. That should be how this maths out. So it's like Stork's ahead, but not by a huge amount. It's really the Reavers that are the story here.
Yeah, and he does have his own Reaver. Let's not forget that shuttle's very red, so if he does make a mistake and lose it, that's a big deal.
That could be the game right there. But it's only one Reaver, at least from what we can see. Okay.
Ooh,
Not
really
bad.
good Reaver
Not
shot.
bad. Oh, and he hits that one Reaver. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a second.
Is Stork's micro a bit off here?
Oh, my God. Is it ever?
Yeah, seriously. It looks like Best just kind of out-microing him in a couple of ways.
Okay, now the Reavers are still alive, but I got to say, this is really impressive stuff here from Best.
Yeah.
By the way, you see this a lot when you have a player with 2 shuttles and several Reavers, is like the control kind of goes out the window.
Yeah.
It's like almost too difficult to control that. But I mean, to be honest with you, Best basically had much better control. So Stork's going to try to do the gamble and drop here on the probes. Okay, that was
6 Scarabs. Oh,
okay.
Hey, not bad.
Okay, so I mean, it's kind of weird, right? Because Stork sort of held that perfectly. I actually feel like it might have been better to send one of the shuttles over to drop probes somewhere.
Yeah.
While the rest of while you fight with 2 more Reavers. Because it is hard to be like, okay, am I firing? I'm dropping, picking up, dropping.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times when you see Dragoon Reaver and they're both just fighting, it's almost like you're not even microing Dragoons half the time.
Yeah.
You're just like over the Reaver. If I misclick at all, this is going to die and go horribly.
Yeah, that is the massive damage, and we see so many PvP fights just go terribly wrong or terribly right with that.
Yeah.
You snipe that shuttle when it has a couple Reavers.
Oh my God.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa, he got everything out.
Yeah, maybe
you know
one Zod didn't get out.
The shuttle's going to live, which means that the Reavers are going to live. So even though Stork had a good setup there.
Look at that. He baited him back in
Yeah.
and got 2 more goons, but that is a very hurt shuttle.
So Stork's kind of, and this might be true for Best too, they're both sort of stuck going Reaver here. I'm glad we get one game like this,
Yeah.
but this is the extreme version of what happens in really tight Dragoon Reaver games. Is it's like the guy that decides to get a Citadel, it's like, oh, what are you doing?
Yeah.
There's no observer over here. Stork sees it's not safe. He's going to go back. By the way, Best is like so totally terrifying in this matchup.
Yeah. He is looking really strong. Even when Stork gets an advantage, he's just like, nah, it's fine. I know how to do it.
Oh, I think Stork sensed it, but he's not fast enough. Oh, my God.
Oh!
That happened.
Yeah, that happens sometimes, and both Scarabs dud. Well, I felt like Best was coming back, but that is a huge loss.
Okay, so I guess Stork says, all right, let's try to tilt the game back into my favor with an initiation here.
Looks
And,
like Best is going to counterattack?
Well, I think he thought that the shuttle was going to loop around because that happens a lot when you see this
okay,
attack.
that makes sense, yeah.
But Stork actually was just going to do a basic push. And so Best is like, we're going to see how elastic the defense can actually be here, by the way, from Best. I mean, what Best is doing, kind of like when you see Terrence siege up.
Yeah.
It's like, same idea. You make the Reavers drop and you run away.
Yeah. And he's doing a good job with it. He is continuing to out-micro Stork here in a lot of ways.
Okay, I mean, this Reaver is going miles, but this is 4 Reavers.
Man, yeah, that's a tough one to break right there. He's got to get on top of him immediately, picks one off.
Okay, really good targeting here.
Yeah.
No pickups.
Oh my gosh, Stork just not picking them up, but the Reaver shots are just too much. Look how many
There's a
goons he's
Reaver
killing.
firing from the bottom. Oh my God, if he gets this shot off. Okay, I don't know how. Okay.
What in the world?
I can't believe this. I can't believe it. Okay, so 4 Dragoons are coming down, but I think, yeah, it's going to be dead even. Wow.
Wow, and Best gets
This
that
is
server
just
there as
like,
well.
It's like every battle in this game, this is like postmodernism where like nothing means anything, you know? We're just supposed to understand that they're very good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to talk over this,
Yeah.
but nothing I say matters or means anything
No.
because somehow they are able to continuously even this out. Or really, it's, to be totally honest, it's really Best somehow can keep getting in bad situations and he's somehow able to come back.
Well, there's enough goons here, and we're close enough to best base. I think Stork has to stop this now.
Yeah, well, I don't think he's going to out-micro
No.
Best here. And again, okay, so actually there was Templar tech behind here. Do we have Templar tech from Stork?
Yeah, he has it too.
Okay.
I think it's finishing up right. Yeah, okay, there it is.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering about that.
That's kind of funny. The main base of Best is just about mined out now.
Yeah.
So he's going to need that third. Stork already starts his.
And actually, I think that Best is about to start his as well.
He has to. He has so many probes that are not going to be doing anything. What a crazy game. I do feel like Stork's still going to take it, but I don't know. I feel weird saying this.
I actually feel like Best can probably still take this.
Well,
and I base that not off anything that's happening that we've seen, like that is.
Well, like you said, nothing means anything in this
Yeah.
game. But
Yeah.
well, I'm more impressed with Best, even though he's losing this game. He's just like overall in this series, he has looked ridiculous, ahead or behind. He's like, oh no, I make so many good choices.
You got to think, especially for Stork here. It's like, Jesus, this guy's good. Man, I've done almost everything right. If this is any other player, he would have died.
Absolutely true on that.
Best is like that monster that you can't kill.
Yeah.
You know?
The one in my dreams.
That's right.
I punch him, but nothing happens.
That's right. It's like it, you know? And the thing is, even if Stork chooses to not be afraid of it, it's like Pennywise is still going to get you, man.
Look at this, a cannon popping up for Best just as a DT gets here.
Wow.
Look at that DT.
And it's funny because I
Hello.
think had he done anything else in any other order, that would have worked. In fact, I think what he should have done is not even killed that probe. What you do is you go behind, you wait for him to transfer probes.
That's fair. His own DT pokes up, but sees that can't quite get past right now.
A lot of late game PvP, sometimes one DT will decide it because there's all this action and, you know, armies jockeying for position over the other army, that then a DT just walks into a third base or even like a natural or something, just starts killing probes.
Yeah. I think he realizes he's going to clean out that DT, I think. Or maybe not. I guess he doesn't know exactly where it is. He's moving his... He brought his observer up close to it, but didn't go all the way. That DT actually might pay huge dividends for Stork.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this is Stork being really smart that he's hit that DT like he did back there.
Yeah. Yeah, here come the probes to it, I think.
By the way, Stork is way exceeding in supply. So Stork actually probably had more probes from the early game, and we're seeing that really pan out here. Hey, did Best get a Reaver? Or are all the Reavers gone?
I believe he doesn't have Reavers. He might have one at his natural. We haven't seen that in a bit.
So Stork's in an even better position then, because he can still harass with his Reavers
Yeah.
until Psystorm's done.
Oh, he actually did get two.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, never mind.
Well, with Psystorm plus Reavers, there's still possibilities for Best to fight back, I guess. But this supply is pretty out of control for Stork. Thing is, he was up 30 supply on Blue Storm, and then he attacked into Mass Psystorm. So something like that could occur again. But yeah, really feeling this for him right now. Oh, the DT, man.
Oh, that's it. So that was 8 kills.
Whoa.
So, okay, now there's a storm drop here. Oh my God, can you? No, not that much.
Wow. Well, that's the first thing Best has done that truly went wrong.
Okay, really nicely done. And now I think this should be the finisher. I don't think Control can save you now, but let's see. Let's see if Best can pull off a miracle here.
Well, even with these Psystorms being just about perfect, nothing's going to happen.
That's it. GG. Nicely done. Stork takes game 1. The beginning of the comeback.
Yeah. So now Best leading 2-1. Stork showing signs of life here. Has to be happy not to be going down 0-3, and now he can get that map choice. Maybe bring this game back.
Wow, look
Control.
at Best. He's super salty about that game.
Yeah, I can see that. What do you think was the breaking point? Was it when he lost the double Reaver doing nothing with the drop?
For Best?
Yeah. Because remember, he flew into the natural, lost
yeah.
2 Reavers and a shuttle doing 0.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you could go over that game
Well, I know you
a
can find
dozen
a ton
times,
of,
and it's
a ton
like,
of places for sure.
yeah, there was so many. It's weird because it looked like it was a simple Dragoon Reaver fight, but there was so many moments where it's like, well, I mean, I don't know. Okay, Gladiator. Sick.
Oh, Gladiator. Are you kidding me? Mr. Rock, Paper, Scissors PvP map right here.
Well, the thing is that you almost can't get another base on this map.
Yeah, it's super hard.
But I feel like this is actually one of the more vexing PvP maps.
Yeah.
It's like really hard to kind of
I think this is why Stork chose it. I think he feels like he's being outplayed by Best so far.